have it. But if we have it, then what? Then what? We can be even bigger and badder than they are. We already are bigger than they are, but we can be even more if we're able to fund, if we're able to help, especially our houseless neighbors. Especially our houseless neighbors. Our houseless neighbors in Pioneer Square, our houseless neighbors in Cal Anderson. Anywhere. You can do anything. Like, let's actually be a community and help each other, because that's what we're supposed to be doing out here. And that's all.
Okay, hi, I'm Nicole. I'm from EDM. I just have a quick birthday shout out to give to Mark Cook, who was the first Black person to start the Black Panther movement in jail, and he lives in Washington. So let's give a quick birthday shout out to Mark Cook.
I just want to help us to bring it back here for a minute. We're all standing here, and you know, it's easy for so much information to get into our brain, and we're just like, you know, what do we do with this right now? How do we digest this? But I want to invite you right now to a grounding practice real quick. So if you are standing, please plant your feet on the ground intentionally. Lift it up. Put it down, feel it. If you're sitting, if you're not able to stand, reach up. And if you want to reach up too, reach up. There you go. Stretch the body. Let's take a nice cleansing breath in. Exhale. Again, inhale. Exhale. Last one, inhale. Exhale, when you hear it come out. There we go. You know, let's do one more, and I want you to yell as loud as you can. Inhale. There we go. There we go. I had to lose his voice, so you know how it goes. But let's just take a moment. Let's look around again, please. Let's look around again. Turn your head, look around. Who's around you? And we're going to do something that will demonstrate unity. So we're going to inhale, and then we're going to do an om. And the way an om works is not om, it's right? And it doesn't matter, I want those three syllables, right? And I would like to hear it at any note that you can. So, and I want to hear it loud. And no drums, nothing, tune everything out, just your voices. Inhale. Crack my voice, damn. Let's do it again. Sound unites us. Our senses, we're blessed. We're blessed by, you know, if you have it all, like your sight, your vision, your touch, smell, taste, all that. Your sense here, your third eye, your intuition, that's what that is. It's important to count your blessings. And I always talk about gratitude, and I'm not gonna stand up here and lie like I'm some kind of perfect yogi guru shit, because I'm not. Like, there's days when I'm just like, damn, like everything's terrible, blah, 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 blah. But how dare I say that when I had the breath of my body to say that? How dare I use the breath of my body to say that and stand there ungrateful? Take a minute and complete silence and think about what you're grateful for. Now. remember what that is every single day. I'm sorry if that was 45 seconds. Felt like a minute to me. But just remember that. And remember that you are so very blessed that you don't have to have a religion to know that you're blessed, right? You don't have to follow some kind of conscious journey to know that you're blessed, right? The blessed is blessed, and you're blessed to be here right now. You're blessed to be alive, and especially if you're Black and Indigenous and a POC, to stand right here, right now, with all of us together, that's a blessing. We got a target on our backs. There's no time. Life is so short. So I just wanted to take this moment. Thank you so much for sharing this moment with me and with us. Thank each other for sharing the moment with everyone, for gratitude and grounding, because that's so, so important. We gotta remember we're blessed. When we wake up and it's a shit day, nah. It's not a shit day. Maybe it's a shit moment, but the next moment's coming. And we gotta appreciate that. Blessings.
Hi, for those who don't know me, my name is Sophia, and I've been processing a lot this past month, because I don't know about you, but not only am I tired, but there is so much anxiety, PTSD, panic, and so much from the last 150 days, and Tati touched on it quite a lot. Y'all, when you hear Black folk weeping, when you hear Black folk justly angry, there's reason for it. For every Black person, the second they are put into an education system in this country, they are treated less than in this America. They are treated less than. From 5 years old, 6 years old, even in the nurseries, they are treated less than. Google it. From preschool, from nurseries, their own teachers and caretakers treat them differently. Y'all, so many of you, it is beautiful that y'all are here, but it needs to go further. It needs to go bigger, it needs to go wider, it needs to go longer, it needs to go deeper. Because if you are here, it means you probably know someone older than you, and you probably know someone younger than you, and hopefully you love them, or at least you like them. And I know when I love or like somebody, I want to teach them things, or I want to make sure that they're not going to follow behind in life. And one of the things you could help educate your families, your friends, your neighborhood, and especially your children is what it means when we say Black Lives Matter. What does that mean? And then once you educate them on the basic human right of treating people equally, decently, fairly, justly, you can help learn education, the true education of our indigenous brothers and sisters to this land, of our Black folk who were stolen and brought to this land illegally. And you can tell them the stories of what they did when they were kings and queens back in Africa, and the rulers and the fighters they were, and then when they got here and how they rose above. Hello, Tulsa, Oklahoma. Y'all, there is so much to teach and educate. Earlier, before we started protesting, I wanted all of y'all to check out all the booths. How many of you guys stopped by the book booth? Raise your hand. That wasn't enough. Y'all, you need to be in the books. You need to be in the books. Hello, educate. Educate your family. Educate your family. Educate your friends. Educate your friends. Educate your neighborhood. Educate your neighborhood. Educate your coworkers. Educate your coworkers. And educate yourself. The next time you see a Black book written by a Black person, and especially sold by a Black person, y'all need to be buying that shit. That was gold and you fucking missed out.
Oh, y'all done pissed her off, she's cussing. Y'all done pissed her off, she's cussing.
Y'all, you missed out. How many people bought a book? Raise your hand. Y'all, I that can count that much. And I really suck at counting. That's a problem. Y'all, literally go back there tomorrow before you go and be a part of ENDD and buy a damn book. That's the least you can do. Educate your brain, because guess what? We're fucking tired of doing all the damn work for you. You literally are like, educate us. We showed you the tools, use them. If Black Lives Matter, if Black Lives Matter, so if you have the tools, use it. If you have the tools, use it. If you have the tools, use it. Make sure you are not only educating the children because they are leading the way, but educate your fucking damn self, because it's getting tired of your performativeness. It's getting tired of your laziness. Y'all roll out of bed and do the same damn thing when black bodies are dying in the streets and in our schools. It is about time for you to educate yourself and actually do the damn work. Read a damn book.
If you can hear me, clap once. If you can hear me, clap. If you can hear me, clap twice. If you can hear me, clap 3 times. I love that you said that so much, sis. I love that you said that so much because you set me up. My name is Marcina. I am a 2L at the University of Washington School of Law. I work damn fucking hard to get there. This capitalist society that we live in makes it feel like I can't say what I'm gonna say to you because I might lose my job. I don't give a damn. Because I might lose my life driving a car. I don't give a damn about my job. I want to talk to you guys about the law, because the law is a tool, and the law allows the police to do what they want to do. Say that. The law allows the police to do what they want to do. So if we can't, listen, we protesting the police, we need to be protesting the law. As a law student, I have learned so much about US history. I have learned that it is purposefully not meant for me. The Constitution, Article, come on there, Marcia. Article 1, I want to say Section 4 is the fugitive slave. That little clause right there that says if your slave escapes, you can get your slave back. Right? That was me. That was my ancestors. That was put in the Constitution on purpose. On purpose. So these big law firms out here, they got the money. Perkins Coie, Foster Garvey, DWT. Some of you guys haven't even heard of this stuff. Miller Nash, Graham and Dunn. They got the money. They have the power. They influence the law. They control the whole thing. So you got the tools. Use it. If you got the tools, use it. I want to see these law firms invest in the National Black Law Student Association, the Western Black Law Student Association. I want to see scholarship for our black law students, for our BIPOC students. I want to see indigenous students make up 90% of the classes. I want to see more black faces. We have the power. If you got the tool, use it. Sis, ooh. Thank you all. Please, please step up. If your company published that Black Lives Matter statement, say it right here. Say it in the conference room, Black Lives Matter. Say it in the hallways, Black Lives Matter. And give me my damn paycheck.
There's a really, really wonderful podcast on Spotify called Girl Trek. They have a few Black History boot camps. Girl Trek. If you do not know your black history, if the only black leaders you know are King and Malcolm X and you barely know what they did and you're not sure who started the Black Panther Party or the history of that, educate yourself. Girl Trek. The book Black Against Empire is a history of the Black Panther Party. Read it. A People's History of the United States. Read it.
For anybody that just joined, I'm River. I just want to say a little bit. So, I'm from Jamaica, born and raised. And I've been here about 12 to 13 years. I didn't think that my life was gonna turn out like this at all. I didn't think this was the direction that I was gonna take a step in. No one over here, I'm guessing, thought that this is what they was gonna be doing with their life. But for everybody, this is what your life is gonna be like now, from now on. There's no going back to your daily jobs. There's no going back to like going to bed peacefully, ignoring the shit that you're watching on your phones, watching on your TV. That's it. So 150 days isn't really anything. It's a milestone, but this is just to let y'all know there's never no going back. You feel me? You come out here and you say Black Lives Matter, that's it. You can't go back. You took a step, you took a stand, you basically took an oath to protect and to stand with black people forever, you know? So let's just stand with that. And what I wanna say is that like, we all are out here right now to fight the same fight. And I could look around at everybody in the crowd, and I could be like, that, I know I'm not gonna get along with everybody in this crowd, you feel me? You're not supposed to. But what you're supposed to realize is that you're all out here for the same fight. The same fight should bring you back out here every night. No matter what you have with anybody, the animosity, anything, that shouldn't matter. Black lives matter. BIPOC people lives matter, you feel me? So it's like hearing that there's like drama going on with people and stuff because they came to this location and met. Because you wouldn't know nobody before you came here, you know? So you came here, everyone came here to like start problems with each other when there was a major problem that we came to fight. That just doesn't make sense to me. So let's just realize what the major fight is against, who the fight is against. It's not ourselves, you feel me? It's not amongst us. We should never be fighting amongst us. We don't have to like each other, but we have to show up here every day. Every time you feel the strength to talk on your phone, to hang out with your friend, you have the strength to show up and help out black people. That's it. I just want y'all to know that Black Lives matter to me, and it matters to me every single day. And that's all that really matters, is that Black Lives matter every single day when I wake up, you know? And know that that's being embraced all around the world right now. And it should not be quiet in Seattle. So this number needs to be out here tomorrow. So when we talk again, I need to see everybody that's here tomorrow.
Hello. Thank you all for coming out here tonight. My name is Katie. I am an embodiment of the demands, which are 1, defund SPD by at least 100%. That shit gotta go. Number 2 is invest that money into the black and brown communities. Number 3, amnesty for all protesters. Number 4, don't forget, no new youth jail. Number 5, Jenny Jerkins gotta go. That's who I am. I'm an embodiment of the demands, and that's it. Has anybody heard of, can I see a show of hands? How many have heard of Damian Daniels? I see a couple. Dion K. See a couple. Raise them high too when you hear a name that you hear. Trayford Pellerin. Okay. Adrian Jason Roberts. Very few. I said Adrian Jason Roberts. Was that Dragon? I said Dragon. Anthony McLean. not to be confused with Elijah McClain, Anthony McClain. Few people. Jonathan Jefferson. Okay. Julian Edward Roosevelt Thompson. Few people. Renee Hummel. That one should be every hand. That was Bothell PD a few weeks ago. Say his name, Renee Hummel. Renee Hummel. Say it louder, Renee Hummel. Renee Hummel. Say it louder. Renee Hummel. Slayathis Melvin. Few people. Dijon Kizzy. Few people. George Floyd. Breonna Taylor. Elijah McClain. I see a lot of hands for those names, and that's by design. The people that we see on the news are the people that they want us to see. The people that we don't see, those names that I just listed, those 7, 8 names that I listed before, where I only saw 5 hands, 4 hands every time, they died, were murdered at the hands of the police as we were marching for George Floyd. In August, every single one of those people were taken in August 2020. Every single one of those people that I just named besides George Floyd and Breonna Taylor. Has anybody heard of Terry Caver? He was murdered by Seattle PD on May 19th, just before George Floyd, April 29th, sorry, wrong day. Just before George Floyd. Or I'm getting that confused with Sean Fury. Which goes to the point that there's way too many fucking names, period. And there's way too many names that we don't know about. There's way too many names that weren't filmed. There's way too many names that their stories got changed. There's way too many names that the police came and covered up their stories and said it was this, that, and the other. There's way too many stories that were said it was a gun in their hand when it was a pen, Tommy Lee, when he didn't even have a pen. Came out months later. First, when that story came out, it was a gun in his hand. A few months later, it was a pen in his hand. A few months later, it turns out he had nothing in his hand. They made up those stories, and they'll make up yours too. They will make up yours too when they shoot you and they kill you. They will make up your story too if we don't stop this right the fuck yesterday. Right the fuck last motherfucking week. I'm tired of coming out here every morning and crying because I see a new name. How many have heard of Kurt Reinhold? A few people. I need every hand to come up. How many people have heard of Jonathan Price? Pillar of the community. A trainer. Amazing. Upstanding citizen. Shot dead by police. Didn't give a fuck because he was a black body. We're out here for the last 4 months chanting Black Lives Matter, but I hate to be the one to burst your bubble. They don't in this country. They do to us, but to the white man, to the people running this country, they do not, and that's why we have to have these numbers out here every day. Otherwise, we will continue to get breadcrumbs. We will continue to get slavery is abolished except for in the form of punishment, and then we have slavery in the form of mass incarceration, which is what we're dealing with today. Slavery was never abolished. It was rewritten, and then it was rewrote, and now we're all living in jail. And it's not a black person problem anymore. Unfortunately, it has moved to every single person who is not a top 1 to 10%. It is your problem too. If you are not in the 1%, you are a slave. If you are making $15 an hour, you are a slave. If you are making $20 an hour, you are a slave. If you are happy for your stimulus check, you are a slave. Because Jeff Bezos, he made trillions, billions of dollars in this pandemic, and guess who didn't see a bite of it? Us. It's not just Jeff Bezos. It's not. And guess who gave him the power? We did. Guess who gives him the wealth? The people who are investing in him. My parents. A lot of people who are out here. He has no wealth if we don't invest him. He has no wealth if we don't want our shit in 2 days. hate to get this to you. This isn't Amazon. This social justice isn't Amazon. This isn't a 2-day shipping. We are gonna be out here for 381 days. Because consistency is key, and I don't wanna be out here. So if we actually got 60,000 people out here like the first day, bet your bottom dollar that this shit would have came down last week. If we had kept that same energy as day number 1, you guys, you gotta keep the energy up. That's all I got. All right, much love.